Today's conversation. Is Europe a continent all by itself? Well, let's figure it out. According to Britannica.com, a continent is a large continuous mass of land. Conventionally regarded as a collective region, there are 7 continents: Asia, Africa, North America, South America, Antarctica, Europe, and Australia listed from largest to smallest in size. Sometimes Europe and Asia are considered one continent called Eurasia. So, if Europe and Asia are on one landmass that is called Eurasia, why separate them? Let's hear what Dr. James S. Harrison have to say about this.
Europe is not a continent. It's a small part of Eurasia. And yet, for the longest time, and probably up until today, you believed it. And if you talk with people outside of this gathering, and you ask them, so how many continents are there? They say 7, and they'll rattle it off. And then you'll say, no, Europe isn't a continent. Oh, yes, it is. Because they learned it in the 5th grade. And they learned it well, but they learned it incorrectly. There are 6 huge bodies of land. And you probably thought, North America, South America, and then you get to Europe and Asia. And Europe and Asia is one landmass. Continent, I used to teach geography. A continent is a huge body of land separated from others, or almost separated. Europe is not separated. But probably in school you learned that Europe and Asia are separated by the Ural Mountains. Check out Mr. Webster. He says nothing about a mountain separating continents. But we have come to believe that Europe is a continent because Europeans told us it was a continent. That in itself is part of the concept of whiteness. Europe is not a continent.
Further studies show that Africa is a part of Eurasia. Wikipedia states that conventionally, Africa is joined to Eurasia only by a relatively narrow land bridge, which has been split by the Suez Canal at the Isthmus of Suez, and remains separated from Europe by the Straits of Gibraltar and Sicily. But how can it be joined and separate at that same time? Let me know in the comments, and if you learned something new today. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Until next time, this is Rebe'lion. Thanks for watching.